Thanks for tuning in. This is Keelan and welcome to All Seasons Gardening. Today's video I just want to show you guys what I do to get seeds started and how I keep them warm during the wintertime in my hoop house. This method could probably be used on your back deck to keep plants warm. So it's not necessary you have to have a hoop house for it or anything. But I'll go ahead and show you the first thing I got here. This is a 36 cell tray for starting seeds in. This actually came from a seed starting kit from Burpee, so it gave me another tray. Came out to be a 72 cell tray seed starter kit. And then these inserts here, I actually bought these, so these were actually already connected in a group of like 6 of them, and I cut each individual one to put in each of these trays. And I did that just so it's a lot easier for me to transplant these plants. So I can just pull it out, use this one instead of wrangling this whole thing, where you can see, put dirt in here and you want to get these plants out, well, you gotta pick up this whole thing, and it makes it a little bit more difficult. But what you see here is a pear and tomato plant that I'll be transplanting here for too long in some bigger containers. But there's the first item I use. And then next, you want to make sure to keep the soil warm so your seeds can germinate a little bit quicker. And the second item I have here is a heat mat from Vivosun. This is a lifesaver here, but you just can't use this heat mat by itself, at least if you're putting it in a hoop house or outside. As you can see here, number 4, the mat is only designed to raise the rooting area temperature approximately 10 to 20 degrees above ambient air temperature. So 20 degrees outside is only going to keep it about 30 degrees for the root temperature, which is not ideal for summer crops. So the next item that I use to get the temperature a little bit warmer is Vivosun's Thermostat. All you do is get your heat mat, you plug it into the thermostat, and of course plug this to an electric outlet, and put this little sensor in the soil that you're wanting to keep warm. And so for the summer crops, I set them to 80 degrees, put this in the soil, and then as long as that soil temperature isn't 80 degrees, this heat mat will stay on and keep getting warmer until the soil reaches your set temperature. And I'll have links of this in the description if you guys want to look more into it, or even use it for your own seedlings. Alright. And then the next thing I have here is a ThermoPro Thermostat and remote sensor. So I actually will put this wherever my plants are, or seedlings are, so I know what the air temperature is around them. And so it really just helpful to know, like, hey, keep this in the house, put this wherever I need to, and then the thermostat would tell me, hey, it's 91 degrees in there, or whatever it is. The cool thing about this thermostat, you can actually have up to 3 of these sensors. So I usually will, I have multiple setups where I'll put one thermostat in its own little container or whatever, so I know the temperature of it. And then it just alternates. You can set it to alternate to the different channels. So try and get it here. Yeah, so right now it's on channel 2, channel 3, which I don't have a third sensor. And then here for too long should go to channel 1. There you go. So 67. So I think this one is, yeah, this one's probably 1, I believe, thermostat 1. The channel 2 is probably in my hoop house, and it's pretty warm in there. It's a nice sunny day, but it's really windy, and I have a jacket on. So I have that. And then also the next item I have, just to kind of help with moving stuff around, especially, hey, I want to bring these out in the sun a little bit more, or here, let me put these on the second shelf to give them a little bit of shade, is Bootstraps growing trays, or 10 by 20 trays, I guess is what they're really called. I have to admit, these things are sturdy. Like, I mean, there's no like much give and take. Like you can hold quite a bit on that tray compared to what the industry is mostly like thin little plastic that you'll have to use both hands to carry anything in. And so what I do next, little trick here, is have a cooler. Sorry, it's kind of dirty. Clean it out. Is a cooler. So what I do for my hoop house is I will stick the heat mat in here, have my thermostat plugged up wherever I need, wherever I can plug it up at, put my sensor in the soil, and then stick my plants in there. As you can see, so what this does is it keeps the soil warm, and then at night when I close this up, it also keeps the air temperature warm too, because you know the heat's got to go somewhere. And so there's been nights where this is, you know, I've had, you know, below freezing multiple times. I mean, we've gone through snowstorms and ice storms this year, and I was able to keep this cooler with just the heat mat, you know, easily 70 degrees plus, which is ideal for growing those summer crops. And then on some days, you know, like today where it's sunny but still kind of cold, I will actually get the humidity dome, and I got this one from Bootstrap Farmer also. Same thing with the trays. I'll put a link in the description. They make really good quality stuff, good sturdy stuff. And I've used, I think this is the second or third year I've used the dome and the tray. Nope. But yeah, I'll just stick it on there just to kind of keep some of the heat in there. And then during the day they're still getting sun, so I don't have to worry about hardening off because they're getting the sun's full rays. And I keep my seedlings warm. Now this cooler is just, you know, just a regular cooler that most families probably have. I think it's a 48 quart. So, you know, very common size. Now the only downfall, and where I didn't really measure that well, is a 10 by 20 tray. Kinda tight to get it in there, as you can see. So I could use it in here, but trying to get it out is just going to be kind of a pain. So if you're wanting to use one of these trays just to help get stuff in and out, you'll have to get something bigger than a 48 quart. I'll probably upgrade next year. We're getting pretty close to having to put stuff in the ground at that last frost date. So I'm not too worried about it this year. But yeah, those were the tools I use for getting seedlings started and how I keep them warm during the winter time. I'll have links in the description below, and if you guys have any questions or want me to do any other videos, just let me know. Talk to you guys later.